This Hangout on Air is live. Okay, welcome to everyone watching now and in the future, mostly in the future when it comes to Wednesday night games. But today is February the 18th, 2015, and this is Horror Call of Cthulhu, but the Horror on the Orient Express campaign, Episode 6. So, if you watch the first 5 episodes, we probably don't have to bring you up to speed too much, but
the Dreamland. We're riding aboard the Dreamland Express. The apparent purpose of their mental journey is to shed their greatest and most troubling thoughts, to cast them into the Gulf of Nodens. In our last episode, after a few brief encounters aboard the Dreamland Express, our characters retired for the evening to their rooms. As they slept, they entered into a dream within a dream. The first dream had to do with Isaac facing the consequences of his actions as an IRA member. The second was Walter having to face the ramifications of his sister's death. And the third was Alexei proving his bravery in the face of his family's extermination. All of the other characters were able to witness these 3 dreams. Having reawakened from their dreams, some of the characters visited the city of Delathlin, where they engaged in some successful grifting. New passengers boarded, including representatives from both Sarnath and Ib. The Sarnathians proved cruel to the Ib, and one of them was rescued by our characters. When they arrived at Zar, no one was willing to get out. One passenger was allowed to embark from Zar, but he was deranged and they locked him up. Later, when Alexei arrived back at his car, he discovered that his favorite kitten, Blackjack, had been murdered. And that's where we ended it, and that's where we start tonight.
That is correct.
Could you repeat that? I wasn't listening.
Yes, it is on the message board if you'd like to read it for yourself.
There's the longer version of it.
Yeah, and good job on that, too.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, so shall we get on this messed up crazy train?
We shall.
Alright. Alright, so as you guys all know, the last thing we left off on was that Blackjack was found murdered in Alexei's kind of in his chest. It's like a chest for robes and spare clothing, in case one of you decided to bathe or need something easier to lie around in. So, for the most part, Alexei, I will say that you have found a kitten at this point. You're by yourself. Everyone else is, all around. But, so, you found a kitten. Go.
The first thing that I do is I call Henry.
Alright. Henry enters the room. Henry is here. How may I help?
Henry, look what I have found. Somebody has murdered a kitten.
He looks, what is that? Like I said, he wears a white burn mask, but you can't see his face, but only like his eyes a little bit, and you can almost see the shock emanating from him, and he looks extremely distraught. Oh dear.
The last thing I saw was, what's the other Russian guy's name?
Khrushchev.
Khrushchev. I saw him, his hands were bloody. I don't know if he was scratched by the kitten or whatever, but I found this kitten here. I love this kitten. Somebody has murdered him.
This is troubling. Very troubling. Do you mind if I gather your companions?
Yes, please. And I'm telling you because you speak the language of the cats.
Yes, I will have to inform Blackjack's mother and them about this. Oh dear, this is very, very grave for all of us, I'm afraid. And he kind of rushes off, and he collects you all from wherever you guys were, like hanging around.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Blackjack
Not Blackjack.
Oh.
Man, for little guy.
Yeah, so all of you kind of are gathered into the place where Blackjack was murdered, and Henry kind of like, gets all your attention and says, "My friends, the murder of Blackjack is very unfortunate, but as well it brings on a great deal of trouble as well."
We need to let the cats know now.
Yes, they must be allowed to know of this, no doubt. I will tell them after I finish discussing this with you.
They have a much better sense of smell than we do.
That's true.
That's why it's imperative that they get
Yes.
here now.
Yes. When I made the Dreamlands Express, there were certain agreements I made to allow my creation of luxury and comfort for all those traveling on the Orient Express and for those who wishing to unburden themselves. I was forced to make some deals. In Ulfar, no man may kill a cat. This deal has now been damaged. And unless the culprit is found, they will not allow the Dreamland Express to be in Ulfar.
What if it wasn't a man?
I assume they're speaking metaphorically.
No, I'm speaking, what if it was not a person, like you or me, that killed
I
this
assume
cat?
the rules still apply. I am speaking in general terms.
Okay.
Right. Of course, technically, we're not in Ulthar anymore either.
It does not matter. The agreement still stands. There are rules to my agreement that I allow these cats to come along on this train and to journey with me. In turn, you must.
It shouldn't be hard to figure out. Just gather everybody on the train together. I think the Russian did it.
But I need.
Other one?
First things first, though, we really need to let these cats know what's going on because
The
they
dream-
Yes.
might get a little mad over cake.
I will tell the cats, but I need the real culprit. I know that you came to me informing me of this, so I have no doubt you are all innocent of this crime. But I cannot go on assumptions. I need all of you to investigate this matter for me, to help me find whoever did this, so that I may continue to park in Ufar and thus make sure that this culprit has been brought to justice, thus making the deal still stand.
So you want us to try and solve it before we tell the cats?
If you wish, I would want to tell Blackjack's mother as soon as possible. He is just a kitten, and his mother no doubt will be worried about this. I do not know how long we could pull off telling them in this.
I think you just tell them now. We'll do some investigating.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you should tell them immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Time. I want to do a hidden. I want to examine the scene of the crime.
That's what I was going to do too.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
All right. So give me a sec here. I have a few more lines of Henry to say. He says, basically, all agree, and he nods happily, and slightly relieved. Thank you. I will do my best to allow the Dreamlands Express as much assistance to you all, trying not to withhold your investigation. So, and basically, he says, if there's anything you wish to ask of me, I will be more than willing to answer. And now we can.
The
Right.
first question is,
Okay.
do you have anyone who wants to destroy the Dreamland Express?
I'm afraid I do not know if anyone would want to destroy the Dreamland Express. It offers passage to all.
Any employees that are not happy?
No, the Dreamland is an extension of myself. It is my creation. It is me, and the train is me itself.
Okay.
What
Okay,
about the tentacles that seem to know whatever you need? Are they attached to an observing entity that might have seen something?
Are you asking Henry or are you metagaming here?
I'm asking Henry.
Okay. The health, I would prefer you call them, is more complicated. It does not simply reply to will alone, to like eyesight, to vision. It responds to need, desire, to your very essence of who you are as a person at that time. It's a bit difficult to explain, but it is not simply a simple matter of wanting, and the Dreamlands Express will simply show it to you.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
How long do we have to arrive at our next destination that we can?
Let me see.
Who did this?
All right, this requires me to look at the notes. So, first off, it's been about an hour since you left Czar. So this is happening about an hour later. And let me see here. Blah, blah, blah. One moment. Yeah. Is there any other questions I can ask while I'm looking for my time sheet?
Examining the cat. How was the cat killed?
Oh yes, very well. Okay. From looking at the cat, the cat appears to have been stabbed 3 times.
Okay.
You do not know.
Stabbed.
If anyone could give me a medical, I could probably do it. And the time I found basically you'll reach your next train stop at 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, I mixed it up. 7 o'clock. You departed at 1 o'clock, so now it's 2 o'clock.
Is this a medicine roll or a first aid roll?
Medicine.
Oh.
Or biology,
All right, Walter. Let's see if you can eke out a win in 5%.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Can I do biology? No, biology's not that great. So I'll do a medicine.
Nope.
Oh, just give me a second here.
This roll was like almost anything else. Damn it.
No, I
I got
rolled a
nothing.
75. So
I got
medicine.
medical.
Look, I got first aid, but that's it.
Holy moly.
What the hell? I can't see, Leo. What happened?
Can
got
you
the
see
medical.
it?
No, I can't. Oh, 02.
Oh
02.
my
Good
gosh,
lord.
like, who did that?
Oh, damn, woman.
I made my
She brought
roll.
it back to life.
Live, kitten.
Yep. Oh, now I've got to get my pencil so I can scratch the.
You got 0297.
Yeah. Holy crap! Both of you made really good rolls. I am both gonna give you these. So imagine if you guys just kind of became Dr. House for a moment. A chalkboard appears out of nowhere and say, "What are we working with?" It's like,
It's
well,
probably
because it's staff.
You have to kill the patient to bring it back to life.
Where's that syringe, Margot?
Oh.
Oh no.
Nothing from the other world is brought to this world, so I don't have the
Damn it.
syringe on me. I have the syringe on my other person in the other world, but not this
Well,
one.
to clarify, sir, some things can come with you, other things can't. So
Did
you're
the
trying.
syringe come with me?
No.
Did you ask the tentacles for a syringe?
No.
Damn.
That's not a weapon.
It could be used
Nope.
as one.
Yeah.
Anyways, so basically, if I can get to my explanation, so what it appears to be is Blackjack has been stabbed 3 times with a sharp object as long as himself, and it looks like
Cool.
from further examination, it appears that he was stabbed with all at once. Like he's been stabbed 3 times at once.
Like this.
Or by 3 different objects.
Well,
By
I'm getting to that.
the same objects.
Yes, hold on.
The
I'm
same.
explaining it. Looking a bit closer, you realize it looks more like a claw. Like if it was pierced 3 times by like a very like 3 sharp claws at once.
But those claws are as long as he is.
Yes, they're long, sharp, and could be mistaken for a knife.
That's
Holy
easy,
crap.
guys. Look for Dr. Claw.
Oh.
I'll get you,
Right.
gadgets.
Yeah. Anyways, so also estimating it, yeah. So basically, the time of death is around. You can probably indicate 2 p.m. And basically, yeah, you can think the wound is. Yeah, like I said, so it looks like the wound was not by any knife, but it was by something a lot like a claw or something of that kind of nature. Hold on. I still got some things.
Okay.
And also, you think that so much blood spilled would have left evidence somewhere else. Because the wound is pretty big and indicates that he lost a lot of blood, would indicate that there was spilled, that there must be evidence somewhere else.
In other words, he wasn't killed here because there's no blood here, right?
We need the other cats to smell this one out.
You can't. I can't. You don't really know where he was killed, but you do know that with this much blood, it would be possible that there would be other evidence elsewhere.
Well, is there blood on the floor?
I want to do a spot.
No,
to see
he
if
was
there's a trail in
he was
there.
in your trunk, and most of the blood was in there.
Has the trunk been moved?
Is there anything in my trunk that's not mine? Like, was he wrapped in somebody else's towel or blanket?
No. The trunk is completely it has spare robes, stuff that for anybody who needs something else to change into or get out of when they're been bathing or just relaxing. So it's completely. So every room has this. So this is kind of like a part of the deal. It's like those robes they give you at a hotel. And basically he was just on top. He was on top of it all. You were opening to get your own little robe, and he was on top of it all. He was just on the first thing you opened. You saw him, and his blood was all over.
Is this a health violation?
Put him in the trunk.
Yes, that'll probably be a good. Unless you killed him, but I don't think you did.
I was in the bathroom.
So yeah, you didn't. So
Can
he was
anyone
blocking.
prove it? Was anyone in there with you?
Well, at least, to be fair, you don't know if he's been brought here or not. You found him here. He could have been brought here. He could have been murdered here, put there, murdered somewhere else. Dumped here. The possibilities are endless. Also, I want to point out one thing important. Nothing can really be tossed off the Dreamlands Express when in movement. The Dreamlands Express will always kind of catch things, jumping off or being thrown off, and will always return it back onto where, where it was thrown.
All right.
So this is why it's still here. You would think that they could toss it off, but it's been explained to you by Henry that nothing can really be tossed off the Dreamlands.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
The wound.
Yeah.
Is the wound like the exit wound? Is it does it have is it jagged, the exit wound, or is it a smooth exit wound?
It looks to be more smooth. It seems to have more of a rocky, more of a harsher introduction wound. Like I said, from what you can gather, it doesn't look like it was a knife. It doesn't look. The wound is thicker and rounder than what a normal blade could be. So it'd be like from a claw or something much more different than a knife.
Okay.
When was our last stop?
Oh,
Blackjack was killed around 2 p.m.
Patrick.
Yes.
Mike's logo has gone away.
Okay. I will go talk to him about. I'll send him a Facebook message. You give me a sec here.
Okay.
All right. God damn it, Mike, making me do all the work.
Do your thing, man.
Hold on.
Just wait for a second.
Mike gave me this duty. I cannot let him down. And how else will I gain power over the Lovecraft fusion? I must forge dangerous allianceships, like in Game of Thrones.
Allianceships?
Alliances. I'm sick. Don't judge me.
Have we turned into reality TV now? Are we forming alliances with each other?
No, alliance ships! I declare this a word.
Yes. I will Peter Dinklage the shit out of this group.
Sweet.
Really?
We should get him to be on the show every once in a while. Sorry, yes?
When was our last stop?
You left Czar at 1 o'clock.
And it's
Okay.
With McCrazy Pants.
With Mr. Crazy Pants.
Oh, he's the new
And a perfect
element.
distraction. He's a perfect distraction for whatever happened because we were all focused on him being, crazy.
Perfect red herring.
I'm guessing for a werewolf.
Werewolf.
Something with big claws.
Werewolf. No, sorry.
Yeah. I do like. I gotta say this though. I do like having the crazy guy as a patsy in case we can't find the real killer.
Look, that's between
Just
you.
in case.
I'm not saying that nobody, but if all else fails, it was a crazy dude.
Like I said, Henry really wants. I have to remind all of you that this isn't something as simple as pegging it on someone. The Dreamland's gods and deities are very, very precise. By just saying you did it or like trying to pass it off does not make things better. So this is kind of a situation where you really do got to find the real person, or you can't find him at all.
This is another reason why Walter does not like this world any better.
I'm sure this is pretty important for Henry too, because he's entrusted to take care of these animals.
Yeah. But also, I also have to say that this is another important thing because you guys are all part of the Dream of the Express. If deities get angry at Henry, they may get angry at who he's taking on board.
I'm gonna say this is out of character. My character is already kind of irritated because he liked that cat, so he's interested anyway. He could care less about the minute stuff.
Patrick, do the Ibs have long claws?
What?
Do the people from Ib, or are they just kind of flabby?
They're very flabby. Their claws would not be able to do something like this.
Right, that's what I thought.
Considering the smell that it left on you when you touch one, I'm pretty sure we'd know if it was one of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of smell, we really do need to get Blackjack's mama involved in this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do want to do a spot on the room to see if anything else is like disturbed or
Anything from the ceiling and oil.
Oh, hold on. I was about to get to that. Because of your great spot hidden rolls, both of you, I see, or either one of you, looking around, like when you're doing kind of your medical examination, you notice something about your window.
Yeah.
You notice
What do I see?
You notice that your window has a lot of scratches on it.
Outside or the inside?
Outside. And a little bit inside.
I passed my spot, so I see whatever they see, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna just roll to just.
Well, I'd assume that that you all do see because of the great crits you guys rolled, so I just gave it to you.
Oh.
So I would.
Nice.
So
because I rolled in and got it anyway.
Well, by all means, add more checks.
Yeah, I rolled and I got mine too. So.
Yeah. So you find claw marks outside your windows as someone has climbed from the outside of the train.
Big claw marks or little claw marks? Like The little kittens and then the salt.
They seem to match the one. Like if you can analyze them, it seems that they seem similar to what how the wounds that Blackjack received. So looking at them, the claws sort of match the way Blackjack was killed.
Seems we've picked up a hitchhiker.
I have one quick question for Henry.
Yes.
Okay. Does he have any enemies on board that would want to hurt him?
No. We've already Thomas already asked this. Basically, no. He does not have any enemies. As Henry puts it, the Dreamlands Express is part of him, and he's part of the Dreamlands Express, and that the Dreamlands Express's only job is to cater to the needs of people, and as well as unburden themselves.
I got a question for Henry.
Yes.
Have you ever had somebody sneak into your train from the outside that you didn't notice?
Most certainly not. No one.
Well, it looks like you just did.
Well, come over
here. I point out the scratches. My goodness. Now, is it possible somebody could do this while the train's moving?
I do not know. I've never dealt with this before. I've, of course, dealt with people trying to, enter the train forcefully, but they've never been successful. I would suppose that it is still a possibility, as is anything. I'm afraid.
It's time for everything.
Especially in the Dreamlands. Look at
where we are. Something to go with, because we didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, Henry's not accusing you. And I have to remind you...
No, I'm just saying that gives us something to go with, because we know we didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, all of you didn't do it, so that's, already one step closer, right?
Hey, at least it's the direction.
It's not Henry we gotta worry about, it's the other cats. We gotta make sure that they don't get pissed off at us.
Well, not just that. If whatever that is that did that to that poor little fella right there is on this train right now, more than likely.
Yes.
So I'm a little worried about what did that.
Yes.
We are still online.
Yes.
And when you look at the online thing, it still shows the Lovecraft logo.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it doesn't show it on ours.
I guess that was my. Hold on. I'm giving Mike another message. It appears
I don't see Mike or Corey on mine logo wise, so
I am off. I turned my video off.
Yeah, but that normally gives you a logo.
Hold on, Mike is typing something. Okay, it's fine. Mike's checked it.
Yeah, I figure as long as the boxes don't go away, it's just a glitch.
No, Mike's handle it. Don't worry, he's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Bug, it's a feature.
Yes. Here we go.
It's meant to do that.
Yes.
Yes, we meant to do that.
It'll be fixed in the DLC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just send your $99.99 to.
Yes. We will get the full HD collection. We will get behind the scenes on how each of us prepares for every game.
Oh yes.
Including soundtrack.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes, I have sung a numerous amount of songs, including the one I sang recently on the last adventure, last scenario. You will hear my golden voice.
Magic.
Right?
That's the spell.
As anything, the Dreamlands is very. The Dreamlands is a strange place.
Well, we have what appears to be a murder with claws. There are claws outside the window. Could somebody have summoned a demon?
A demon?
We're just in Zar. Zar is an extremely dark and dangerous place.
I would suppose it could be possible. if one would have the knowledge and capabilities to do such a thing.
Well,
But I would think I would sense such a thing. If the Dreamlands, such magic, if it were cast, I would no doubt sense such a thing.
To be fair, so you didn't notice those claws outside your train either.
Well, I'm going to look at everything in the room very carefully and see if there's anything.
I want to look around the door too, see if there's like any sign of anything like forcing its way out of our room we're in.
Well, okay, to answer your question, no, you do not. Besides what I said, there's nothing that seems to be like touch or manhandle.
Well, then we need to go after the other people in this train.
Yes. Okay. So if I can do something like that. So okay. So basically, here's how I'm imagining. You guys are gonna talk to the cat first. Then I would assume that you would start your investigation, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now Henry is offering the support to do whatever you can within reason. So basically, however you guys want to run this investigation, let me know. Like, if you guys want to gather everyone in, like, together on the train in one room and make an announcement, or do you guys want to do it like, don't tell them you're just, investigating? It's all up to you. Does that make sense?
I don't think we should tell them. I think we should just ask them where they were and don't give them any details of the murder.
Well, that's why I'm giving you some time to think about it when we're doing the cast scene. So I'm just saying, I'll give you a chance to discuss on how you want to, compose this investigation. So, so you guys head to the cat's cart, and Henry informs all the cats about what has happened, and they are extremely distraught. And Henry's, Blackjack's mother is very sad. She's crying, and she's not happy about learning about her son's death.
I hope she's not crying in her milk, especially if it's spilled.
Oh, you know that.
Can we dock
she knocked it over.
Can we dock sand points for that? That was bad.
No.
It's just a sad day overall.
I don't know about you guys, but I definitely want to go for a stroll.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Yeah. So basically, Henry informs them that you all are investigating, and the cats have offered their complete and utter support, because they want the murderer to be found. And the minute you guys leave, actually, a posse of cats begins following you.
Yay!
Well,
I welcome them.
Is Henry still with us?
Yes, Henry is still with you because you guys are still composing the investigation, so he's kind of in the group with you. I'm sorry?
Have you asked them if they smelled anything weird?
Hold on. Thomas, what are you saying?
Take the cats back to the place where Blackjack was found and see if they can pick up any scent.
Yes.
Take them to where the murderer is.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys try doing that, but sadly the cats can't pick up anything. They can't seem to figure out if this thing had a scent or not. The reason they also attribute to why they might not be able to pick up the scent is because of the beings of id. Since they've been walking around on the train, they kind of can smell them all around.
I would explain a lot.
Oh, I thought you said they didn't smell.
Well, you can't smell them.
Oh, okay.
When you touch them, then you can smell. They smell god awful, and it's all over you.
Yeah, it's a chemical.
And then these are cats.
So they didn't smell any ib in our room, did they?
No, but it's hard to say because their scent is all over the place. Because the way they were walked in, they went, like from the engine, walking all the way back, and their compartment is way in the back.
There's another thing we should.
But the cats are way in the back too.
Right.
And the cats in the front. Are they in the front? I thought they were in the front.
I gave you guys a handout.
They're in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those Sarnathians have a sick and disgusting sense of humor. This would be the kind of a practical joke they would play.
Oh, very practical.
Well, impractical. Practical in their twisted minds.
Yes.
Yes.
Terribly shameful.
I think we should
Bad
watch
choices
some
for
Carnathian.
diplomats.
Very funny, guys.
Mhm.
See what they do.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good way to sort of try and suss them out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, currently, actually Isaac is walking back to you guys, and from like some of you guys who are like standing outside, you notice Isaac bump into one of the Cenarians, and he says something like, "You clumsy oaf, watch where you're going." And Isaac says, "Well, fuck you too, you wonker." And then basically, Isaac actually looks up and notices that, and basically says, "Guys, one of those fellers we picked up from the archway is back on the archway."
Again?
Aye.
Ugh. Who am I boosting?
I'll go take care of that.
Yes.
Alright, come on.
Yes. Henry willingly gives you a pair of thick gloves to avoid getting, slimed.
Alright, we know the drill. Let's do this.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys take him down, and he, being a bib, kind of scurries off into back to his compartment.
Yes, I do have a question for Henry. I read it in chat, but I don't think it ever got answered. Could this creature be somebody's icon? Could it be a living icon?
No, I don't think so. Most icons are supposed to be non-living. They're supposed to be sort of this physical manifestation of your burdens, and
Right.
they take on many forms. But a living form of all these manifestations would be near impossible. Their emotions are very strong with ideas, and the forms it will be like creating life. In that idea alone, I do not know of any magic or anything that could possibly do that. Let alone just allow your burdens simply becoming manifestations such as that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I wondered. And I also was wondering if, since this is part of Henry, could it be a part of him that got
Most certainly not. Most certainly not. I have done many contracts, spent many years, and almost poured everything into this train. There is magic that makes this train work that even I do not understand. But I do know that nothing would ever turn against me on this train.
But it didn't turn against you. It turned against the kitten.
No, it could not do that. This train, it is embedded. Even it is embedded to me that anyone who travels on this train is not to be harmed. It is only meant to be a service for pleasure, to unburden yourself. And I have made a specific deal with deities to allow my train to pass through this. If I were so much to break this deal, the Dreamlands Express would come to a close, and my existence as well as any of existence, and even if they were vengeful enough to attack any of the passengers, would be all in great peril.
Since we found the claw marks on the outside of the window coming into the train, what is to stop whatever came into the train from getting the kitten, taking it outside of the train and killing it outside of the train and then putting it back into the train?
The train is meant to stop anything from being thrown out or being falling off the train. If anything were to be taken or been forcefully taken, the train would have countermeasures to protect the person being taken or being thrown off.
But the claws are on the outside of the window.
Yeah, but that meant it was coming in.
Are these the same? Are these the same wards and everything that should stop something from getting on the train?
My express can only prevent outsiders. It cannot prevent anybody from in. As long as if you are on the train, you can move around mostly freely, with certain exemptions, of course. But
So someone inside the train could climb out and get on top of the train?
yes, and the train will be forced to help make sure that they do not fall off. If they are hanging onto the train, climbing on it, they are not falling off. They are not getting off. So by reason, the tentacles will not be forced to stop them.
It still leads to my feet. Whatever it was that did it, still here. So let's keep it.
I can imagine having some fun with this.
I just imagine your character going over and trying to jump out the window.
Yeah.
My character probably wouldn't fit through the window, frankly.
Hold on to my feet. Hold on to my feet while I dangle my arms outside the window.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of getting on top of the train and going, whee! I'm alive! I'm flying!
Games.
Patrick,
Yeah.
This is a once in a lifetime event. Woo.
Hold on.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go to the next cart over, and I'm going to check to see if in the trash or in like a wash basin if there's any blood in there.
Well, we'll hold on that, Corey, because one, you're entering and breaking into people's other carts, so I would assume that's part of the investigation, so you'll get around to that in a sec. Alexi, what do you want? Thomas, you said you wanted to say something? But
yeah, and I have two things. One is I'm going to try and go and communicate in some way with the people from IB. I know that.
There's a way you can do that.
Okay, well, I know they don't talk.
I know, but I got something for that. Don't worry. So you will get a chance to talk, and the beings of IB are part of a delegation, and they've been given a way to speak to others.
Okay. The other thing is, if something came in the window and it left claw marks, it stands to reason that it left a window somewhere in the train and may have left claw marks. So whoever's room has those claw marks on the outside of the window should be an indicator of where the thing came from.
Or it came in and out through the same window.
Well, then that would be also that would tell us that also.
Yeah.
But it had to have come in from somewhere, or left the train. If it can't leave the train completely, and it can't come from the outside to get into the train, then it had to go out a window to get in a window. That's assuming it's something on board the train. If it's not on board, the train will never solve this. It was something that came in through the window, but I don't think that's the case.
No, I think, considering that even if somebody on the train that went up on top of the train and then came through our window, it's still got to be on the train because the train ain't going to let it off.
Right, so there's got to be claw marks somewhere else.
Exactly, which is what I was wanting to check for.
Can we go out the window and walk along the top and see where the train, the marks are?
Mm-hmm. I suppose Henrik supposes you could, but the way that the train's traveling at high intervals, so the way it'd work for you is that you'd be probably kind of flying off the train, and the tentacles would probably have to keep catching you or supporting you, and it'd be almost difficult to keep on there.
Hmm.
But that makes no sense because you just sat there and tried to explain to us how important it was to keep the people on the train, and so that nothing could be thrown off the train, and all of the safety precautions have been made.
Yeah.
Slow down the train.
No,
Yeah, you'll still be.
it's still. I mean, we're looking for something specific. Somebody just trying to move from like one place to another would have a little bit easier time than what we're trying to do. Like, we're trying to look for something.
Yeah.
What was I say? So, basically, I'll go with Isaac say. So, what's the plan then? So, basically, kind of give me an in-depth kind of thing. What you want? Give me like a list of what you want to do, so I can run through it. Make sure that we get everything the way you want it.
Okay. Okay, what I would like to do is, like I said before, I would like to try and find out the blood and see if there's any blood or any towels stained in blood in other rooms.
All right, but that would require searching like the people's compartments. So most likely would have to talk to them as well. So this is this isn't a simple matter of like, oh yeah, search my room. No, it's like you got to talk to them, and let you search your room.
Your point being?
You guys are going to talk to them, right? I'm not, this isn't simply.
No, that's my plan. I want to engage some people.
Okay.
Well, now, would a cat need to be inside the room to smell if there's blood in there?
Sorry?
Would a cat have to be inside the room to smell if there's blood in there, or could they smell it from outside it?
They would normally be able maybe to smell blood from the outside. Again, these are not bloodhounds. But with the beings of Ib, their scent has kind of gone all over it, and it's kind of really masking whatever is like around. So they can't really make heads or tails of anything.
There's something else to consider too, and that's that whatever it did that did this may be an extremely dangerous creature. We can't just walk into their room and say, "Hey, can we check and see if you're the murderer?"
Yeah.
They'll kill us.
I'm perfectly game for your plan. Hey, that was a pretty nice prank y'all played. We gauge everybody without actually saying what we're gauging them for. Give hints like, oh, something happened. See how they react.
I think Henry should be able to go into any room that he wants to and just check the windows on the pretext of checking the windows.
On the pretext of room service.
Yeah.
On the pretext of it's surprises.
Yeah. But like
pretext of pinnacles.
Yes. Henry says
he should be able to check out anything.
Henry says that he doesn't want to force force anyone or like to open up the room. Because, his job is to make sure that everyone's happy to service them, and that, kind of forcing himself is not usually something that he wants to do.
But these are
but it may come to that at some point, because depending on how this goes, you might have a choice but the force to keep your train running. And whatever badness from happening to us, because I personally don't want to deal with your guys.
No, me neither.
What else?
Well, we can't climb on the train. We can't go in the rooms.
Well, no, you can't go into rooms, but you can't force yourself into rooms. Like
You don't have justification.
No offense, but who said that they were going to try and bang the doors down? I thought we were going to walk in and be all like,
Yeah, no, you can do that. You can do that. I'm just pointing out, forceful entry is kind of like a.
We're not going to Dennis Malone.
Dear, am I in the wrong room? I'm sorry.
Keep on calling.
I'm not
saying you are. I'm just pointing that line of
Right.
reason.
So let's do that. Let's get this train rolling. So to speak.
All right. Talk to people. Okay, so you have a very big subject list, but I'm assuming you want to start off with the Solarans.
Yeah, they're the meanest of the bunch.
Like again, I can go like the Solarans are pretty.
We get them to stop putting those stinky bastards up on those archways.
Yeah, the Solarans, like I said, they're more like they're not that far, so they're pretty close. And I can go from who's closest to your rooms, or we can do it in I can give you a list of suspects, and we can go from that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should go straight to the source and check the cat's compartment to see if any scratches are on their windows coming in. To get the creature.
Personally,
to get the cat.
With the party.
Because not only do we have to determine what this thing is and what the motive is for attacking the kitten, but why did it attack? Put it in Alexis's trunk. I mean, we've got to try to also look at a motive angle for this.
The only one who might have a motive would be that other Russian guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is there if you guys want, you guys can think about it for a little bit, and we can do the scenario scene. Then you can tell me afterward. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. So you all walk up to the scenario scene, and you knock, and they immediately notice you, James. What's here? How are you?
Peachy Keen, how are you guys doing today?
Oh, most well.
So, well, what are you boys up to today?
Oh, we are simply enjoying ourselves. Come, you must come with us.
Why not? Lead the way.
So here's what happened. So James, you walk in, and they shut. They're shutting the door on the rest of you.
Hey, wait.
This? God, he said you guys were fun. You guys are spoiled sports. What's this nonsense?
You must forgive my friends.
They're very, they don't look as well as we do. They don't look like you understand us. Come on, Walter, leave them. Come with us. Come with us. We know how to have fun. Well, it's nice here.
If it's all right with you, one person I think you would want to have with us is Roscoe.
I don't know if I want that company. So rude.
Walter tries to step on your foot very angrily to show you.
Look. Roscoe gives you the eye like, dude, I know what I'm saying. It's like, man, my friend here done told me y'all had such good plans for a good time on here. I'm bored as all get out, and y'all just shut the door in my face.
So?
What's the
if any of you, give me a fast check if you guys want to enter in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I passed that.
Ow!
Oh man,
what is that we're rolling for?
about to get thrown off the floor.
You're already in, Walter, so you don't have to roll for fast talk. But if you want to roll for someone else, I could probably give it to you. Do it that way too.
Yeah.
If you want.
Mine is really bad. So.
I'm just kind of motioning into the ones behind me. It's like, we got this.
How about like
I'll be out here in the hall, I guess, with my 8.
I just have base on mine, so.
I'm not playing.
How about I try and bargain to get one of our friends in here, which I pass, but...
Yeah, so which one? I'll give you one, Walter. Which one friend do you want to take?
Well, I did try Roscoe, but if he...
Roscoe passed his fast talk, so...
Yeah.
Let's see if I can maybe talk someone else in. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
You have Isaac too, and
I'm gonna roll a dice real quick.
All right, go ahead.
4. Okay, that is from the roll of the dice. That is Kim.
All right.
So I have fast talk Rose in as well.
All right. So give me a list here. So Walter, Rose, Roscoe. Is that it?
Yep.
I'll roll for mine, but mine's gonna be really low.
I thought you already rolled.
No, and mine failed mine anyway.
All right. So is that it? Do I got everyone? Walter, Rose, and Roscoe.
Yep.
All right.
As we enter, I turn around and say, "Guys, check other stuff in the meantime."
All right. So okay. So the guys who are out is Corey, Nathan, Isaac, Margot, the cats. You guys are all on the out.
And Alexi.
Alexi.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. I thought you made it. Sorry, Alexi. Your accent made you very hard to notice.
Well, since I'm out there, I'm just gonna go to the one of the rooms and get some scotch.
Oh yeah, sure.
He's all bitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Part of that party anyway.
Yeah, I'll get to you guys in a sec. So let's start. So, so the Sidaran's compartment is luxurially fitted up. All like the borders like of the the archways have been removed, and it's kind of like one giant room. There's couches. There are sorry. They have a lounge, and they have these chalices of grapes, and they're peeling it off to each other, and they're feeding it to each other.
Man, I'm kind of jealous. I thought our place was nice.
Yes. So you walk in, and the few of them look over and says, "Oh, it's Waltier. How are you?" And then two of the Sidaran women look at you and like, "Waltier, would you like to join us?"
Waltier, why don't you introduce us to your friends?
Okay, and I have to be clear. I don't know if you guys remember, but these guys are extremely attractive and hot, like very attractive.
Yeah, they are.
Lovely.
I mean, Walter's amongst his people. I mean, I ain't hideous. I got a 13. I just ain't as pretty as Walter.
That's why I didn't like him.
Right.
You're Walter. You're pretty much as hot as these guys.
Pretty much. I'm offended.
As Walter goes, I'm the hottest damn thing in this car.
You were to rate
Wait,
my
so they're looking
appearance.
at me? Damn.
You were to rate my appearance from 3 to 18, sir. The dice would break.
Well, they have appearance of 19, so.
Yeah, close enough.
Look, you're the hottest one on this train. Just they're working with what they got.
Well.
Anyways,
Walter makes himself comfortable at the chair with the ladies.
All right. So they're like, "Would you like some grapes, Waltier?"
Do I have to ask?
No. And one of them, he has a grape ready for you.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, they feed you. One of them motions your friends. You three could stand there, I guess. Do something. You can stand in the corner if you like. So Walter, how are you?
Walter is doing very well, sir. I think perhaps you are dismissing my friends too quickly. I know they're not like you or I, but they have talents that are very unique.
If you say so, Walter, it is nice that you think that about your friends.
Well, I wanted to commend you on your latest prank.
Oh, yes, what do you think? Was it funny? All the Sidarans started giggling to themselves.
Words cannot express. How did you do it?
Oh, they are idiots. They are disgusting, inferior beings. We did not even put so much effort, and we just put them up there, and we watched them slaughter.
So silly.
Yes. We have to deal with them still, though.
Well, maybe not as bad as the cats.
The cats?
They do. Well, the cats, they walk under your feet, you trip on them, they make messes.
Oh, and they're filthy things.
They certainly can be.
We have nothing against cats. They look a lot better than the beings of Id. And they,
that is very true.
That is. Nah.
Also, they know their place. They know their place, and that is also good.
I see.
But not all of them, surely. Surely there must be one that deserves a prank.
They're not as fun to prank. Very bitey, hard to catch.
Close the face, not a good thing for you guys, right?
Oh, heavens no. If one of them had a mirror, they would probably be looking at it.
Oh, Roscoe feels around in his pockets and then, like, thinks really hard in hopes the tentacle brings him a mirror for one of them.
Yeah.
He's amused by these people at this point.
Okay. Can I make a spot hidden?
Go ahead.
See if there's anything in the room.
Go ahead. On the spot.
Let's see here.
If it's there, I see it. I credit it.
Shit.
Yeah, no, you do not see anything. You know, as far
I don't see anything either. I got a 97.
Yeah, the woman is stopping you.
Rapes.
Yeah.
And I also want to roll psychology.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Just to make sure that they're being upfront.
I'm gonna try a spot hidden.
Go ahead.
Base, but I'll give it a shot.
Well, no, because
I missed
I credited it. I ain't see nothing.
Yeah, Ross credited. So.
Yeah. Okay. For spot hidden, I'll give it to both of you. You do not see anything. All you see is how luxurious this thing has been fitted.
I am seriously jealous of their drapes right now.
Yeah, they have this room like fitted to their taste to the dot, and you know they seem to be all they've been doing is lounging around, relaxing. And as for your psych roll, yeah, these guys they don't seem to be like they seem to be upfront about everything. They're dicks, sure, but you know they're not. It doesn't look like they were.
Can't fault a man for that.
Yeah, but you do know that from what we can gather, these guys look like they are highly amoral. Like from what I gather, they don't seem to have any problem with doing like anything mean or bad. So kind of like you, Walter. So maybe that's why you get along.
Please, I know how to treat my company better than this.
Yeah. And you know, again, they kind of don't. They like Walter because he's really attractive, and you know, he can. You know,
I get why.
Yeah, and you know, the rest of you guys like, you know. They're like those rich kids at high school. They only hang out with their kind.
Well, Walter, I have pressing matters. So you enjoy your company. Would the lady like to join me?
Yes.
I'm leaving.
Of course.
It was a pleasure getting to meet y'all, and I do have to commend you on your work with the fellas on the archway. I mean,
yes. Thank you. Go ahead. Go. Stop. So what here? All right. Walter, how do you want to handle this?
Well, it's a funny thing. No matter how much you think you know people, they always seem to surprise you. And at this particular moment, I feel like perhaps it's time to surprise myself. Gentlemen and ladies, thank you for your hospitality. But if you don't mind, I'd like to excuse myself, and if any of you ever cross my path, I will make sure that each and every one of you will regret it. Have a pleasant day.
Of course, sir. And they all kind of stare at you in glares, and some of them, I think one of the women's even swooned a little bit. But you know, from what I can gather from what you said, their mannerisms switch off. Like it's like a switch. Like you know, from the friendly kind of what you get, like you know, from the friendly, you know, dickish, you know, frat boys they were, you can almost feel this kind of you almost can feel like they're rivals to Walter. Like you've met you, they're like I don't know if Walter's ever interacted with other conmen, but for some reason, if they were a rival conmen, you could swear they could be a match to you.
All right.
What's the matter, Waltier? You did not enjoy their company?
We're going to call him Waltier from now on.
Oh, yes. This is Roscoe's thing from now on.
Lone Star Keeper.
Well,
no one even offered me a grape.
I know. They don't know how to treat ladies. Sorry, we'll make it better later.
Walter reaches into his pocket and pulls out some grapes.
Lovely.
Uh-oh, what happened to her?
Yeah, we lost our keeper.
Yep.
And for the record, there's.
Sorry, guys. I got booted a little bit.
And for the record, there is no way
We solved it while you were gone.
Oh, good. Anyways, I'm sorry. I accidentally I was switching through tabs and I accidentally hit that button. I'm sorry. Anyways, you were saying something about Waltier not enjoying himself?
Everyone's just enjoying calling him Waltier.
Waltier.
But in the meantime,
yeah.
Mind if I get one of them grapes there, fella? I mean,
by all
it
means.
look kind of good.
Which card were they in, by the way?
Probably if the number of cards would probably be about 3 or 4 cards down, opposite side.
From
Yours.
And we're in sleeping.
Quarters, yes.
Which sleeping one?
5
or 6?
5.
Okay. And so they were 3 down from us, like in the men's saloon or up in the baggage and padded compartment?
Probably more toward the men's saloon.
Oh, okay.
For easy access,
So they took the whole sleeping cabin number 6.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So that one has been searched. Okay.
They related there was nothing in
To the bathhouse. I say it's time for us to play in the water.
Plunge yourself in the waters of 8 minutes off.
Yes. Okay, so so basically, if I can, while they were interviewing the Starrans, what were the rest of the group doing?
Well, I keep saying I want to go talk to the Ibs.
Okay, yeah. So we actually will go to the Ibs. If no one goes with you, Isaac will probably go with you.
You know what? I'll go with you there.
All right. So Alexei, Dr. Pierce, and Isaac probably. So anyone else?
And
I'll go.
I'll go along.
Okay, so basically everyone. Okay.
Everybody.
I get the feeling they'll have a better time than we did.
Alright.
Minus the Samantha.
You're going to
Just don't touch anybody. Just don't touch anybody.
Let's all go to the Ib car. Let's all go to the
Ib car.
Uh-huh.
Now this
Okay.
is when we were in the other car, right?
Yeah, so this is kind of happening at the same time, at the same time.
Right.
I assume you guys don't want to stand around and wait for one interview and then go to another interview.
No. Although if they're still in their interview after we come out, I'm going to get something.
All right.
No, after we get done with this one, I'm probably going to go to the bathhouse.
Oh, you're probably going to need it.
I know.
During a murder mystery? Good lord. Priorities, woman.
I'm not going to
I was
stay.
in the bathhouse, so...
Okay, so anyways, so the beings of Ib are in their padded compartment. So Henry walks in, and they let you in, and it's basically, from what you can gather, it looks like most of the other compartments, but there's rusty brown stains on the beings of Ib all around.
Okay.
And the cats kind of follow you in, and they can't really agree on the smell, but they say it kind of smells like beetroot.
It smells like what?
Beetroot.
Interesting.
Beetroot. Beetroot. Take a beet, take a root. It's a beetroot.
So, kind of like a big batch of borscht.
Yeah, kind of.
I love borscht. I love borscht.
Me too.
So I
Whatever you say, Risky.
I really truly love borscht. It's delicious.
I like beans, but I don't talk about that.
I say to the beings, I hope you are all right. I am very sorry that the Sarnathians keep playing tricks on you. Do you understand me?
Alright, so the beings have kind of order up a little bit, and what they bring out is something interesting. They bring out this humanoid-looking fungus, and it walks like very robotically, and it looks like humanoid, but it's like green fungi-ish, and one of the beings of it touches it, and it speaks. Okay. We understand.
I hope that we can be friends.
You have helped us before.
Oh, really?
Yes, when I helped them down.
Yeah.
What shall we say? We don't want to give anything away.
Well, since you've helped them in the past, maybe they can help you.
Yes,
Why?
I don't really have any reason to think that these creatures have giant claws and they're flabby. You really think these things were involved in it?
No, but we could.
They might have seen something.
Yeah, maybe they've seen something. Maybe they know.
Yeah.
Who done it?
If you see something, citizen, you gotta say something.
There has been an incident aboard the train, and we want to know if you have seen anything unusual lately in the train, in the last couple of hours.
A incident? What kind of incident has happened?
A severe injury to one of the passengers.
Oh my. You have my regrets. You can't really see their emotion, so you can't really tell if they're, being genuine. The robot, and the voice sounds kind of like it was auto-tuned, and it just sounds like you can make it out, but it sounds like it was auto-tuned and put through filters. Well, your character doesn't know what filters and auto-tune are, but you do, so.
Can you believe in love after love?
Well, you can't judge the emotions of an alien creature by, our standards, so.
Well, I can try without at least interpreted dance, which is the most alien thing that we can do.
Even traveling from Europe to the United States and from Russia and so forth, we have different expressions. I want to ask them how is their sense of smell? What if part of their communication has to do with the smells?
Smell?
And that they themselves would be able to figure this out much better than anybody they could be like bloodhounds.
Smell? We have no concept of this smell.
Okay.
Clearly.
If there was an incident, it might be the Statharans.
Yes, we suspect the Sassarans as well. The damage was done by something with very large claws. 3 very large claws. Do you know of any such creature?
We have similar, but ours are not will not be good for such a to harm. We also our mission. We have no reason to harm anyone on this train. We are here because we are delegates of ID to talk to Satharans about negotiations.
Well, I hope the negotiations go very well for you. Now, I want to do a spot hidden check.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do a spot hidden too.
Yeah, we should all be looking around.
Okay.
Might we see your claws?
They all raise their claws together in one swift unison, and they switch the other ones. They do the other ones, and they start doing a dance.
And do they look anything at all like what we've been taught to?
One of them comes out with a white suit and starts doing the disco to stay alive, with the rest as backup dancers. And then the fungus man kind of joins in, and they're dancing all in massive unison. No, they don't.
Dance up on the Orient Express.
Yes.
Dreamland Express.
May we look out your window?
Yes, you may.
So we look out the window to see the claw marks.
Yeah.
And are there any? Do I need to roll anything?
No, they are not there. Since you guys kind of already got that you're looking for claw marks, I won't have you roll for them. I'll probably just give it to you off the bat.
All right.
Unless other reasons.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't suspect these creatures. Thank you very much. We have enjoyed our chat with you, and I would like to speak to you sometime again.
Thank you. So they go. Thank you. We would like to ask of you a favor. You have helped us against the Satharans, and we were wishing if you would help us with the delegation.
What would be involved?
We wish to have our demands met for the acts the Satharans have caused against us. You speak better than we. We would ask that you would help us on our behalf to negotiate.
Well, Alexei aside, I'm asking, do we want to do that? Is that something that would be like hugely involved, another session all in of itself, or?
Okay, so you're asking me as a GM?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just part. It's a nice little side part that you can do. That it's pretty fun. It wouldn't be like some big thing.
I would be glad to help.
Yeah.
I would be glad to help.
Yeah. Thank you. We will be forever in your debt.
Excellent.
Yes. We must now do the dance of joy.
We will now sing the doom song.
They do the YMCA, and you assume that means thanks. And so I'm assuming you guys leave then?
Yes.
Okay. So you leave, and the fungus man they kind of make him sit, and he kind of sits motionless, and then, and it seems like if they're not touching it, it doesn't speak or move.
It is a simulacrum.
I don't think it's a simulacrum, but...
I mean, it is a simulacrum. That's the definition. It's like a mannequin.
There can be more than one.
So now what? Bathroom? I mean the bath.
Well, you talk to you talk to the Tharans and the beings of Ib.
Maybe it's
yeah.
a clean bitch.
Yeah. So let me give you a rundown of who's left. You got Mac. You got Mirom Mer. You have Madame Bruja. You have Zuza. And yeah, that's about it. You guys that's probably all the people on the Orient Express here.
So let's do the list.
Yeah. Let's hit up the ladies' parlor and see if there's anything going on in there.
Hello, ladies.
Margot's friend.
Here.
All right. So okay. So do you guys want to split up to do this, or are you guys going to go in groups, or how am I working it?
I might as well keep the groups the way they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start with you guys at the Centaurans. Where do you guys want to go?
I'll take the first list, or I kind of want to meet up with that lady again.
Madame Bruja?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll go to Madame Bruja. The rest of you, where?
I'll accompany you, but I want to talk to the dancer after we're done, too.
Okay. Next?
It doesn't matter to me, wherever Alexi wants to go.
Madame Bruja.
So all of you want to go to Madame Bruja?
No, I'll go to the next person in line.
No, we go to Zusa then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to start a cat fight with that lady.
Okay.
Wait, we might need to go. We might need to hold her back.
Okay, so the groups are switching. So the Alexi's group is going to go with Madame Bruja. Where will you guys go with the Centaurian group?
My dancing friend.
Oh, here's Khrushchev. I forgot to mention Khrushchev.
I'm gonna stay in character, and Walter's gonna want to watch Marco kick the shit out of this lady.
Wait. I just asked, and you guys said you wanted to switch off because you guys said you guys didn't want Madame Bruja because the other group is doing it. I need.
Okay, wait. We're not going to get anywhere with these people if we do something like that.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Leia, you need to talk to Max.
Sorry?
Leia needs to go talk to Max because they've already got this thing going.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, the nice Scotsman.
I'll go talk to the Queen lady.
Okay.
Oh, you do that.
Okay.
You do that, Alexi.
Okay.
And then
slip us some poison while you're at it.
So we gotta go to where our talents lie.
Yes.
So all of that. So basically, if you guys are going to Mac and Madame Bruja, there's only Mirom, Krakow, and Zuza.
I want Zusa because I already have a relationship with her.
All right. So Roscoe, you're going to be going by yourself then?
If somebody wants to come with me, I don't care.
For where?
This is a dancer lady.
You know, I'll join you.
All right. So there's Roscoe and Corey. And then basically, I assume most of the groups stay the same. You guys will all go either to Mac or Madame Bruja, right?
Way to like Roscoe.
What? What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the desire to see the lady dance again.
She walks, she talks, she crawls on her belly like a reptile.
All right. So let's start with Max, and then we will go down the list how I feel like it. So,
do we still have our cutlasses?
What? Yes, Isaac is still carrying down his 2 German cutlasses, and most of you have your cutlass or a crossbow.
Remember that when we actually encounter the person, it's very likely that they're going to attack, so be careful.
Don't worry, boy. I may not know how to use a sword, but I know how to make a man bleed.
Just a man?
I got a club. It ain't hard to use one.
It's what I'm at. Anyways. Damn, I'm losing my Irish accent. Okay. So, so Mac. Okay, so, Margot and friends, alright. You reach Mac's door. How do you want to approach this?
Well, let's see. Oh shoot! Since we came from the Ibians, I'm probably pretty ripe, aren't I?
No, you're not.
Oh, okay, great.
Only if you punched you. But...
No. I shoo everybody else away, and then I just kind of knock on his door. Like, how are you doing?
Oh, so you knock on the door, and Knack opens up. It's like, oh, Margot, you wee lass. What brings you to my quarters?
Oh, I just wanted to stop by. There's an awful lot of afternoon and a whole lot of nothing for me to do.
Yeah, that be true. I've been trying to contain myself. Would you like to come in?
Oh, I'd love to come in.
By all means. So he kind of opens the door to you, and you kind of walk in. So Mac's compartment is clean. Mac's compartment is clean and orderly. Some of the more exotic furnishings he's put aside, so he wants to keep things simple. He has papers scattered over desk, and it seems like he's been writing something. And he still has his briefcase chained to his hand or wrist, and
And?
Yeah, it's still on him.
Oh. Wow. Now, even on this train, you keep your work with you, always on your mind, huh?
It is important, I'm afraid. Would you like
walk over to the window. I walk over to the window.
Okay.
Kind of take a slide look at the window and see what's going on.
Yeah, it's complete. There's no scratches.
Okay, great. Let's see. How would you feel about dinner later tonight, joining me for a meal?
Oh, I'd love to. It's always nice to talk with my fellow travelers. Khrushchev, I've had lunch recently with Khrushchev. Wee man can be a bit uneasy.
Oh, well, I walk over behind him if I can, and just kind of glance at the papers to see what the nature of them are.
I see. Yeah. So looking at them, they look like poetry. It looks like he was working on poetry.
Oh, that looks rather poetic, sir. Are you rather lyrical, I see?
He kind of shrugs off embarrassing. I've been fancying myself a bit of a wee bit poet.
Oh.
It's one of the reasons I plan to dismount before I've head to the Gulf of Nuns.
So
I hear there's a wee city that is filled with poets. I want to go there to follow my dream and write a poem. I could show you some if you like.
Oh, you can. You know what? Why don't you, for dinner tonight, grab a poem, and I would love to listen to one of your poems.
Oh, I would rather it be more private. I'm not too comfortable sharing it with out loud.
Oh, can I take one and kind of read it?
Yeah. Yes.
In my hands.
Yes.
Okay.
It goes orange. Orange is the color. I think it is a nice color. Lots of things are orange.
Mm-hmm.
Oranges are orange.
And they taste great too.
The sun is sometimes orange. And yeah, it's pretty goddamn awful. Looking at all this stuff, it is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Okay. Well,
what do you think?
Well, I think orange is a beautiful color too. But I don't see the. Have you ever looked at cats? They're pretty poetic too.
I haven't thought of it, but the poem. What do you think? I need opinions.
I think orange is a very nice color.
But the poem itself.
the poem itself, it is almost as vibrant as the color itself.
I thought it was quite bad myself.
It was quite bad.
Yeah,
It was almost. I mean, you. No.
I guess that is not the.
I wouldn't be bad on it, but there's stepping stones that we all say. Now, poetry is like art, in that every single person brings their own experiences when they read it too.
That'd be true. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to work on it with my work. I'm tempted to go either dump my dream artifact into the Gulf or go off to the city and learn poetry. But I'm told I can't.
Tell me about your dream artifact.
Oh, this. It's what I've been worrying about. He's kind of a bit, shy about it. It's documents. They're filled with documents, treaties mostly. You see, I was a soldier. I fought in the Boer War, and sadly, I was a bit too old to fight in the last Great War. But I work as a courier. I submit treaties and stuff. Most of them are useless and pointless, but I make sure to do my job, and at times it can be a bit stressful. And I would like to dump this.
Oh, so stressful.
I want to dump this into the Gulf, but I've heard there's a city that I can work on poetry.
That sounds like so much more fun than dumping some old thing into a Gulf.
I don't know. He's kind of torn on it.
You can always dump the thing into the Gulf later. Follow your dream. Not into the Gulf, but follow your dream to the city.
But this place, it's not something I call real.
Well, how about this? I'll see you for dinner later tonight.
I'd love that blast. And you guys parted on good terms, and yeah. So yeah.
Okay, great.
And you forgot to question him.
I did?
You didn't ask a question.
Forgot the whole purpose of meeting him.
Oh shit.
Wait. One more thing. I'll just assume you do a Columbo and you do one more thing.
Yes. One more thing. Yeah. Have you seen Blackjack, the little kitten Blackjack?
The little wee whiskers.
Oh yes.
Oh, I haven't seen him around lunch. I was dining with Khrushchev during lunch, and we haven't seen him since. Khrushchev and me just ate, and if he passed by, we would have seen him. I can't say I have. Did something happen?
Not that I'm aware of. I just know that I normally see him, and I haven't seen him. So I don't know. Maybe he's napping somewhere.
These wee little whiskers always like to nap when they should be found.
Yep. So yeah. Let me know if have you had any scraping around the top of your cabin or anything lately?
I don't think I have.
Okay. Just wondering. But I look forward to seeing you later.
Aye, thank you.
Yeah. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you for dinner. Bye.
Thank you.
So, there we go. Adieu.
Yes. Okay, so Mac is down. Okay. Next we will go to Zusa. Alright. So Roscoe and Corey, Zeus is a compart. So you guys are at Zeus' compartment. How do you guys want to proceed this?
Well, I take off my hat and I gently knock on the door.
All right. Here. Coming. Please. Wait. One moment. And then, basically, she opens the door, and she's still wearing her harem outfit, but she's wearing kind of like a robe over it.
I just had to stop by and thank you for the show.
Oh, thank you. Would you like to come in?
Oh, if it's no problem, I would love to.
Of course. You've helped me. I must return the favor.
Oh, you know, can't you ever see a lady in trouble and not do anything?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And I immediately roll spot hidden to see if I see anything.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
So as you're rolling spot hidden, Zeus's compartment contains a lot of red, so-called. Actually, you notice there's actually a lot of blood stains, but when you actually look at it, it's just a lot of lipstick and robe.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, dresses and robes are thrown across the room, and there's a lovely statue of a dancer poised on an ivory arch.
That's a glorious statue. I don't think I've ever quite seen anything like that.
I assume not. It is my dream artifact. I have made it.
Interesting. Just one thing. Have you seen Blackjack around?
Oh, there's a kidney. Oh no.
Yeah, well, just curiosity, really. I hadn't seen little fella around in a little while, and I'm starting to get worried. I think his mother's been looking for him. At least that's what the conductor said.
Oh no, that is so terrible. I have not seen him. I'm sorry.
And roll psychology. Nope.
What?
Yeah. Can I do it too to see if?
Go ahead.
Let's see. 1 second. I passed mine with the 15.
Oh, nice. So, from what you can gather, is that she's generally very worried and sympathetic that Electric's missing. But she also noticed that she seems to be very kind of distraught over something. And looking at her, you'd think it's something to do with her dancing.
I ask her, what seems to be the problem right now?
She sighs and she kind of walks around the room and looks at her statue. It's like, in the real world, I am also a dancer, although it has not been going well for me.
Oh, really? Why is that?
It just hasn't been going well. I have not been getting attention. My manager has been booking has been terrible. Even my face shots have been turned out terrible. And I'm thinking about just giving it up.
You
Let me ask you something. Does dancing make you happy anymore? Or is it like you just fed up?
Oh, I love dancing. I love it with all my heart. But I'm wondering if this is a dream I should stop. And I feel like if I dump it in notes, maybe I can move it on.
Maybe, but sometimes you shouldn't give up your passion so easily.
Yeah.
You're young. And from what I've seen, you're fantastic at what you do.
From Roscoe and Corey, she's really good. And the fact that she's telling her that she hasn't, not doing well is a genuine surprise.
That's what I figured. Like, the show you gave me was amazing. I can't imagine it.
Yeah, from the shows I've seen you're actually really talented, and you're really talented.
Thank you. That means a lot. It's not often I get to have people compliment my dancing so well.
Just a humble opinion of a small backwoods boy. If you love it, don't give it up so easy.
Yes, I will take your words.
If you feel like you need to talk, I'm around. And if you'd like to join me for dinner later, that's also would be much pleased.
Oh, I
if
would
not,
love to.
it has been a pleasure tonight, ma'am, and don't let us bother you anymore. Let's get our oafish selves out of here, if you don't mind.
Of course. She gives
Yeah.
you a hug, a hug, and then wishes you off.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
All right, so that is Zuza down. Lastly is Madame Bouja.
Well, how about Karkalov or whatever his name is?
Oh, Khrushchev. There's Khrushchev and Manimir and Madame Bouja are 3 left. So, if you want to go to Khrushchev first, I can do that.
First, I have a meta question.
Yes.
Have the cats been following us around into the rooms as we've been talking?
Yeah, they have, and they've been kind of trying to investigate along with you, but they've been mostly following your lead and just kind of responding to what you respond.
Have they been reacting at all to these characters in any odd ways?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Is that really a meta question though? That the cat's asking if the cats are keeping.
I don't think so.
I guess it's not really, but I guess I could see where she would feel it was.
Oh, okay.
We had, like, depending on how we've been reacting, we hadn't been reacting like the cats there. The way I asked my questions, the cats could be there or not be there. Just like, we heard he's missing, his mother's looking for him. It would make sense there's be some cats following me.
I really don't think that's a meta game thing. It's just
all good. Just was curious, that's all.
Not at all. So, we have Khrushchev, Manimir, and Madame Bouja. So, I guess we can do those first. Who wants to go to Khrushchev? Or unless, Alexei, you want to go to Khrushchev before Madame Bouja.
No, I've poisoned my relationship with Khrushchev, obviously. He wouldn't let me in.
I don't think the madam will let me through the door, so perhaps we could trade off.
I'll do Bruja, yeah.
I'll do Khrushchev or whatever.
And there's still Manimir left.
There's what?
There's Moromir. He's one of the other passengers. He was the one who went off with Delas Leaf. He traded a bottle of wine to get on the train.
I don't remember this character at all.
I vaguely remember him.
Yeah.
Guy with no eyes, they're pure yellow.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Crazy guy kind of distracted from all that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and there is a crazy guy. He's still on board.
Yeah, we kind of know it's not in.
Yellow Eyes seems like the type that might shank a cat. He's already mysterious.
Yeah.
I say
But he's locked up.
It is time for you to act and talk to Mr. Yellow Eyes.
Yes, let's do that.
All right. So who's going where? Alex is going to Madame Bouja. You guys are going to Mirom, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and who's going to Khrushchev?
I will.
Margot and Biggs.
All right. If you want, you can take. Who's going to take Isaac? Because he needs to be somewhere.
I'll take Isaac with me.
All right.
Someone needs to babysit.
She may need
Just make sure it doesn't go crazy on someone.
Someone needs to babysit his mopey ass.
He can go to the bar if he wants to.
We might swing by Madame Bruja on the way back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not fond of that.
Easy down, Margot. You don't need to be causing no fights on this train, you hear?
She's the one that insulted me first.
As I recall, she didn't want to talk to you. You wanted to gouge out her eyes. That seems like quite a difference.
She insulted me.
Oh,
She called me a fool. It's like I will not be taken for her fool or anybody's fool.
Of course, all of the things she'd be calling you. A fool is one of the worst. Good lord.
So who's going first? I'll go.
Okay.
Kinda looking for
I was gonna do a Khrushchev first, but
Oh, okay. I'll try to make this fast.
Yeah. Hold on.
He was scratched up.
Yeah. So, hold on a sec. Let me get myself in order here.
Alexi,
Okay.
which one did you burn the bridge with?
Khrushchev.
Yeah, that's the one that I know I'm going to. So.
He's also the one you saw injured just before the murder.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so you knock, so you're at the door, you knock, and then Khrushchev appears. What is it?
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I am well. You?
Excellent. We are just doing a random inquiry for the Orient Express. We hope you don't mind us asking you one or two questions about your stay.
A query?
Questions.
I know what a query is. I'm asking why are you giving me one? This is... You are not... You are dreamers like me. Why would you be asking questions?
Because I want to invest in the Orient Express. And I have questions that I need answered from customers like yourself.
I do not know much about trains, sir.
Oh, it's not trains I have questions of. If you don't mind, I would like to ask them.
Walter, this may be a tip of information you've forgotten, but he's an arms dealer.
Not the first one Walter's had to deal with.
Hey, Isaac is a pretty decent arms dealer. Drinking aside. Anyways,
families and children, churches, and
exactly.
Isaac runs a family company. You know, you want your son to have a prime quality rifle passed down? Go to Isaac. He'll get you one. Anyways, okay. So basically, so Khrushchev goes like, fine, ask your questions.
Oh, well, first off, being in one's unique line of work, do you find it frustrating with the dream world, not being able to access your cargo?
Perhaps.
Because I found it very, very frustrating for me.
But I did not come here with my cargo to begin with, so my business did not need it, so I do not mind at the moment.
Excellent. Have you found the cats to be annoying?
I haven't noticed if they were annoying or not.
You didn't notice any of the cats?
I've seen them, but they did not bother me, so I do not bother them.
No allergies or anything that we have to worry about?
No.
Good. Excellent. Have you had any problems with any of the other passengers? Maybe the walls are too thin?
No, not the passengers.
Not the passengers. Who else would give you a problem?
It's so noisy all the time. Don't you hear it?
I hear many things. What could you be? What is the noise that is bothering you?
There's this like constant booms, this like cannons going. Lord, you don't hear them?
Maybe not as much as you. Is it inside? Is it inside your cabin?
No, not sometimes. It happened to me when I was dinner. I was eating something, and then I accidentally cut myself while eating because I heard this shaking and this noise, this boom. It startled me.
You were injured. Where were you injured?
The dining room.
No, on you.
Oh, he points his hand. He points to his hand.
What do we see? I'll gladly roll something.
If you want, you can roll psychs.
Okay.
Ah!
I fucking rock it out with a
Okay.
0-3.
Okay. Okay. So Walter, from what you can gather from from some pieces of information of what Isaac's saying about him, and as well as looking at him, he appears to be very nervous, and he's afraid of something. And from what you can get, you've dealt with guys with chips on their shoulders, you've dealt with your rich guys who've done some shit that they keep drinking themselves away, and this guy is one of them. He seems, you can tell, by looking at him, that whatever the hell is going on with him is eating him out from the inside, like how Isaac was. Isaac really forgot what the hell he was doing, and this is kind of the same thing. And do you think that it might be because since he sold a lot of guns, and because of his guns killed a lot of people on every side of the war, that it's kind of eating him out, and the Dreamlands may or may not be kind of amplifying.
Okay.
Well, have you noticed these booming noises coming from your cabin?
Everywhere. Just somebody here, something there.
May I come and take a look at your window?
I suppose.
I go do it.
There's nothing there.
Okay. So I suppose that's not the source.
Well, we will look into the noises that you're hearing. I thank you on behalf of my private investors, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time on the Orient Express.
Yes. Do something about these bloody cannons.
Of course. Have a good day.
Yeah. Okay, so
close the door. I turn to Margot and I'm like, not a cat killer, just an asshole.
All right. And hearing the cannons, what the hell is he talking about with that?
I have no idea.
Okay, so there is two left. Miron Mer and Madame Bruja. Who's in Miron Mer?
The Madame Brua was Alexei.
I know, but Miron Mer. I'm talking to the guy with the yellow eyes.
Oh, that was Biggs.
I got him.
Okay, Biggs, and anyone else, or just you, Biggs?
Give me some backup.
Huh?
I can be persuaded to go with you.
There you go.
Alright.
Yeah, and I'll go with Alexei to see Madame Bruja.
Alright. Isaac will probably go with the guys with Madame Bruja.
I'll probably go to the dining cart.
Alright. One sec. Notes, crunching numbers. Fun. Out of curiosity, what's the square root of 3?
Exactly.
42.
1 point something.
Okay, thank you. Now that I finished my math homework, I can do to the actual notes.
Like 6 question marks, like what?
Here's a prime number.
Okay. Okay, what do we got here? What? How the hell does this? Oh. Okay. Okay. So, you knock at the door. Neuromir opens the door, and you see him. He is still glowing eyes, and he's still dressed like a Yankee. A Yankee Doodle. Who came to town riding a pony.
Right then.
I feel like you should lose.
Is there a feather in his hat by chance?
A member of the Macaroni Club?
Yes.
Good evening, sir. Hate to be an intrusion, but I was wondering if you mind speaking with us just for a few minutes. A couple of questions we would like to ask. We're going around and talking and getting to know all of the travelers on the train, and wondering if you have a few minutes to speak with us.
Oh, of course, of course. Please come in, come in. So he opened his door, and it's kind of like your apartment. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You guys all grab a seat. May I help you?
Introduce myself.
Hi.
And what brings you aboard the Dreamland train?
Oh, I am conducting some business. I am a seller of wine.
A seller of wine. Seems like we all have some business to take care of here, doesn't it?
That is, I suppose, the purpose of the Dreamland Express. I must confess, though, the Citarans have been asking me for wine. It's been rather troublesome.
I've met them. I understand.
Yes, I sell quality wine, and they've heard that I sell it, and they've been very, very pushy.
I don't think they know any other way but pushy. It's gonna keep pushing till something's gonna push back one day. I feel this doom over them.
I asked them, how has the trip been so far? Have you found your accommodations to be to your liking?
Oh yes, very much so. Yeah, it's a very nice train. I don't think I've ever seen quite like it.
Yes, they seem to have pulled out all the stops in luxury and decadence for the travelers. Have you had any unpleasant experiences? Maybe a bad dream or...
Oh, no. Just the Tarans. You know, they've been very, very, again, they've been most of the trouble here. Mostly, I've enjoyed the train so far. It's been very nice.
Roll spot hidden.
Oh, yes. If you guys could give me... Oh, Christ. Okay, could you guys give me a psych roll?
Yeah, I can do that, too. Can I pass it? Yes, I can. Mama needs to go to the boat tonight.
All right. What about you, Mr. Nathan?
Let's see. Psych. No, I've got base on psychoanalysis and only 30 in psychology. So I failed.
What is your base? Sorry, what was your psych?
Psych was is only 1% base.
Oh, okay, psychology. Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is your roll?
62.
Okay.
Blew it.
Yeah. So Roscoe, for first thing, your psych roll kind of tells you that this guy seems like he's innocent. And then you notice in your spot hidden that a crumpled up rug, and it's been pulled back and replaced, and Muramir has been standing on it, and so.
Just kind of lean over to my partner here. It's like he's standing on something.
Yeah, seems to be something he's trying to keep our eyes off of.
I'm not too sure he's got anything to do with this, but I'm a little curious what he's standing on.
So, good sir, we seem to have had some trouble with the windows in the other cabins. Would you mind coming over and giving me a hand as I check your window and make sure it's operating correctly? Some people have been getting drafts and such in the other rooms.
Yeah.
If I can get him to go over there with me.
Of course, I suppose. So he walks over. So he walks over to the window, and he looks at it and says it's fine.
Okay, I'll look for the scratches, of course, while I'm there.
Yeah. While he's distracted him, I kind of ease over to the rug.
They're not there. But okay, so as you ease over to the rug, so you notice it's been like it's been moved around, and looking from the rug, you see an overlooked spot, and there's a blood stain.
Oh.
Say, partner, got a little issue on the train. It's a missing kitten. You wouldn't have had the same little blackjack running around here, have you?
Oh, no, I haven't. Has something happened to him?
I don't know. We're kind of worried about him.
Yeah.
Kind of worked up about it and kind of make sure everything's okay.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry, I haven't...
Look, are the cats acting weird?
Give me a moment. Is there anything else you want to ask him?
Yeah, I ain't so sure I want to call this blood spot.
We need to try and distract him just for a second more, and maybe try to dip a handkerchief into that blood and get a sample of it.
Well, it's a blood stain, and the cat's already there. Don't worry. I will give up the cat's reaction, but I want to know like what you guys want to do anything else before I go forward.
No, I want the cat's reaction because
alright.
Depending on what they depends on what I do.
They do act a little bit weird toward it, but you don't know why. You can't like, and it's like you don't speak cat, so you don't know what they're saying.
To Henry.
Henry. No. You have a little accident in there or something?
Oh, yes. I cut myself during shaving.
You cut yourself. Was it serious? Do you require medical attention?
Hey, I rolled a 06. Did he cut himself shaving? I rolled a 06 and spotted
him. If he looks, it looks like he has a mark, but you know, it looks like he is somewhat telling the truth. But then again,
I mean, that with my psyche, he appeared to be. Cool.
I mean, he appears to be telling the truth. I mean, looking at him, he does seem to have a cut and seems mostly healed. But at the same time, in his alien biology, you don't know. You know, it's hard to say if that's really what happened.
No, first aid is about the only thing I got.
Are you guys good, or can I move on?
Yeah, you can move on.
Yeah,
I don't want to make any assumptions.
I'm sorry. I'm going to do one more scene, and then probably another scene, and I'll end this on a good note. So give me a second, okay? So, Madame Bruja. Who wants to talk to Madame Bruja?
I am talking to Madame Bruja.
As am I.
Bruja.
Frau Bruja.
Okay.
Steaming in the distance.
Yes, no. So Alex, as you kind of go near Madame Bruja's like door, you hear weeping.
I knock.
All right. Basically, it stops, and then he takes a little moment, and it opens, and it's her, and she's completely composed, and doesn't look like she's been crying.
Okay. Pardon me, my lady, but may I speak with you for a few moments?
Why? Why do you want to speak to me?
It is very important.
Why is it important?
There has been an accident aboard the train.
An accident?
Are you all right?
Yes, I am fine.
I don't mean to pry, but I thought I could hear you weeping.
I'm afraid you are mistaken, sir.
Would you allow us to come inside for a few moments?
If it sets you at ease. She kind of opens the door and she leads you in. It's basically what appears to be her curtains are closed, and she appears to have her valise with her. And also, I have to point out that your compartments are next to each other, so she's kind of your next door neighbor.
Okay.
Whose apartment? Whose compartment is it?
Madame Bruja.
We look around.
It's next to whose apartment?
Your apartment, all of you guys' apartment. She's like your next door neighbor.
Oh, so not any one person, just all of us. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I want to do a quick spot hidden. See if there's anything.
Yeah, I'll try for a spot hidden.
Of course.
One of these days I'll make it.
No.
Oh, yeah. I made it.
Okay, what do we got? Good lord, what is it with you guys curdling this edition? So you do notice scratch marks on the windows.
Dear. Alexi. Scratch
I
marks.
see. Well, I don't see, but okay.
I see scratch marks, Alexi. What does it mean?
Well, as long as you are all right, thank you very much. We will not bother you anymore. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Go!
All right. All right. So, okay. So let me do something. So this is I'm gonna probably be ending it. But give me I'm gonna work out the scene. Okay. So all of you meet up into your room. You guys all get around to debrief, learn about what everyone learned, and so on and so forth. And Henry, so Henry is like kind of in the room, wondering what's going on. Kind of trying to make sure that he's in the loop as well. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about, or like say one thing really quick?
Oh, we want to explain to Henry that we think our primary suspect is Madame Bruja.
And
Okay.
we bring up the blood with Mr. Yellow Eyes.
Okay.
Although I do mention that he didn't seem
Point
like
out.
he was nervous or anything.
Okay. So
The Madame Bruja had scratch marks on her window.
It
Hmm.
sounded like she was crying.
so Henry.
Oh yeah, I
so
wanted them to ask the cats what they saw in
So Henry talks to the cats, and they say the cats say it's cat blood.
well, shit.
That the blood stain they found in Muramir is cat blood.
Oh dear.
Okay. Moving on. Okay, moving on. Blah, blah, blah. So, as you guys are talking, you hear a scream.
Okay. We go to investigate the scream.
Okay. So you guys all run, and it comes from Madame Bruja's room.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh, it's her?
Roscoe
Never
left out an
mind.
audible sigh because he's happy about who he thought it was.
Walter tries to open the door and finds that it can't just seem to open.
Yes, that is exactly what happened. Isaac's willing to break it down, but Henry could probably get it open but it'll take him a little bit of time.
No.
Big heart to the tentacles that would need the door open.
Guys,
Yes.
give her a minute. Give her a minute.
She needs to compose herself.
Right.
Are
so
you okay? You're gonna be okay. Okay.
we done giving her a minute.
It'll be all right, Colin.
I ask everyone to move back and say, Margot, would you like to do the honors?
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Madame Bruja.
At that moment, while you guys are talking, Isaac says, "Fuck this." Takes his sword and just kicks down the door in one go.
Thank you. This is what Roscoe was trying to do. Let's knock the door down.
Okay.
Well, we see.
All right. So. Okay. So looking inside, it seems like Madame Bruja is wrestling with some kind of being. It has claws. It's dark. It's malformed, and it's very monstrous. And she is holding her valise, and it's fighting over it. And she's like, "No, you'll never have it. You'll never get it. I made sure of that." And they're fighting it.
Get her!
Oh, that's okay. Give
Hold
it
on.
to me. I'll take
We
care
see
of it.
This is where we need Dennis.
You need some time.
Hold on. So basically, as they're fighting, the briefcase drops and it opens and it's empty. And the monster looks at it and she laughs. I told you you'd never find it. And then basically, before the monster attacks, tentacles go up and grab him and start binding him.
Well, that's useful.
Okay.
Damn it.
Thank you,
What
tentacles.
does it look like? Description, please.
Yes.
A night call?
It appears to be like some bipedal, with his legs crooked and clawed-like, with his two hands like claws that would with 3 claws each.
Does it have blue eyes?
Its face is monstrous with red eyes,
Okay.
and it with like some kind of visors. Can all you guys give me a sand roll?
Sure.
We have time.
Let's fail that for you. Damn, I didn't fail.
Ooh, I am a rock.
Boom! I did make it.
Yes.
Awesome.
18.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
I've seen worse in the sideshows.
Yeah.
I would have failed, but you killed that thing.
One of
and
the
it took me
bad
over.
things I've seen.
So, yeah. So you all avoid the monstrous alien crustacean, like gaze and vision and horribleness, and basically Henry is bound, and I will leave it there.
Oh, hang on a sec. You just said
Wait.
Henry is bound?
Henry?
No, the monster is bound. Henry is there. Henry is bound with the monster because the train is part of him, and as such, he has used that train's tentacles to bound him. So therefore, by the transitive properties of math, he is technically the train. Keep up, people. There will be a quiz.
Shouldn't we kill the thing?
Well, we'll find out in the next episode.
Well, the thing is,
Channel.
well, Henry can't kill it. He has to give it proper judgment, and in order to make sure
He can
that
kill it.
proper punishment is carried out. Because if he doesn't, if he just sort of kills him on the spot without, conveying the proof that he is the killer, then the deal goes to shit. So it's a matter of, it's about saying, like, see, it's him. So don't be mad at us, bro. Alright.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, we'll let Mike know we're good. So that ends the session. What do you guys think?
We should have been a little slower.
Well, we've got a lot of material to cover in the next coming weeks, so.
Yeah.
No, I just meant we should have been slower getting to the door.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
Well, it sounds like our intervention wasn't even necessary.
Oh, I'm sure it is true. But still, the satisfaction of knowing we could have waited.
Yes.
Question about our skills.
Yes?
Do any of our skills increase?
Yes.
Over time, yes.
No, I'm asking about right now.
Yeah, they do. You can roll for them, but I think we'll just do that next session. Or you guys can do it on your own time. I trust you. After all, they won't save you or anything. I mean,
I
you're
don't know, so
All right.
I don't trust him. I wouldn't let him roll.
Thanks, Mike.
I know. I'm going off the honor system, Mike. As we all know, the honor system is flawless, and there's nothing that can't be taken over or misused.
Everybody here is totally honest. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I've leveled up Isaac tons of times, and all his skills are perfectly legitimate 100, and he's earned all of them.
I believe somebody just ratted himself out.
All right. Well, Patrick, thanks for being the keeper again. Appreciate it. So, guess I will see you guys next week, and thanks everybody for watching. By the way, for those watching now or later, next week we're going to give a Lovecraftian book away to the live viewers. So, woo!
Yay!
So anyway, I will see everybody next week. Thanks, guys.